of the team is Mairead Evanston. Number 7, Anne Evanston. Number 8, Caroline Shanahan. 9 is Eva McGrath. 10 is Siobhan McGrath. 11, Mary Burke. 12, Niamh Tracy. Number 13, Katie O'Dwyer. Full forward, number 14 is Emer McGrath. And in the other corner, number 15 is Marion Campion. We welcome the Drummondage team and their manager Matthew McGrath, selectors Trish McGrath, Kevin Burke, Keith Nolan, Nick O'Sullivan, Vicky O'Brien, strength and conditioning, Paul Kennedy, Sean McCormick and Mary Greenfield. On the Clonty team, there's one change for the programme. Number 17, Bernadette Ryan, replaces number 5, Myra Canal. So the team lines out as follows. In goals, number 1, Cora Hennessy. Number 2, Casey Murphy. 3, Aoife Burke. 4, Lauren Ryan. 17, Bernadette Ryan. 6, Clodagh Quirk. 7, Emer Newtman. Number 8, Kelly Quirk. Number 9, Sinead Ryan. 10 is Kate Farncombe. 11, Courtney Ryan. 12, Casey Hennessy. Full forward line 13, Emer Burke. Captain of the team and number 14 is Paul Van. And number 15 is Aaron Quirk. We welcome Clonty Rossmore team and their manager James Heffernan, selectors Michael Farncombe, Anthony Carney, Bernie Ryan, Commission Jason Parcel, Kieran Gleeson, Odon Quirk, Stephen Farncombe and Thomas Butler. If anyone thinks a program on the way in, they're for sale down at the toilet end of the stand. A couple of girls are selling programs there. And just after the match, people won't be allowed onto the pitch, as they all know the weather we had all week. We've 2 county finals here tomorrow, so the presentation to the winning team will be done in the stand after the match. So just respect that, please, after the match.
It's small brain. You've done it before, so.
Well, I think I did before with her last week. She got a promotion. And the players that she's like, all her bodies are on this kind of track. So she's on the Tuesday all the time, so she loves it. Like, so it's great seeing that. Now it's only an MCS, so I'm not running any back here, small bit already, but
you're still involved anyway.
I'm getting a bit old now for this crack. So, look, new management as well, so you'll see David's gone on to operate. So, I don't know, I wouldn't have seen the club championship this year, so like, if I might have been, yeah. Darlene done the commentary and I done the co-commentary.
Yeah.
And I've done the last. I haven't done the main
Yeah.
part yet, so
Okay.
that'll be a bit. That's why I do my homework.
No, that's fine.
But I want to have a few bits to.
Oh yeah, look, we'll get into it. Like I've done a bit with Stephen on Tip FM, Stephen Deason.
Yeah.
So
Once
as
we
soon
go
as
into
you're
these
stopped,
long patches of
you tell stories.
Thank you, Jay.
Well, I tell you one thing.
You got away with that.
No, there's going to be big long silence again. Won't cover much. Every game last year she came in, she turned
It makes
around.
an impact. It's just like, even like, people would say, oh, she was why would you when she keep going now?
Yeah.
You have to, she had
Cheryl Woodlock come in there.
she's back for the action.
Yeah. My niece now has dropped this year. Well, she's in Dublin, so she's not training. So she was on her back.
Brendan, are they on? Are you ready to go, John?
Yeah.
You're ready to go? Yeah. Good afternoon, and you are very welcome to the Rag Camogie grounds for this year's FBD Insurance Senior Camogie County Final between Drummond and Clonalty Rathmore. I'm Lisa Cahill, and joining me on commentary today is Tipperary Camogie Minor Manager and Upper Church native is John Ryan. Firstly, we are going to just name both the teams and any changes to the teams for today. The Drummond team for today, on goal, number 1 is Christina Kennelly. Number 2, Maria Connolly. Number 3, Christina Brennan. Number 4, Emer Cahill. Number 5, wing back is Niamh Long. Number 6, Mairead Everson. Number 7, Anne Everson. Number 8, Caroline Shanahan. Number 9, Aoife McGrath. Number 10, Siobhan McGrath. Number 11, Mary Burke. Number 12, Niamh Tracy. Number 13, Katie O'Dwyer. Number 14, Emer McGrath. And number 15, Miriam Campion. Now I'll hand you over to John to name out the Clonalty Rossmore team.
Thank you, Lisa. In goals, number 1 is Cora Hennessy. Number 2, Katie Murphy. Number 3, Aoife Burke. Number 4, Lorna Ryan. There's a change at wing back. Number 17, Bernadette Ryan comes in there. Number 6, Claudia Quirk. And number 7, Emer Lukeman. Centre field, number 8 is Kelly Quirk. And number 9, Sinead Ryan. Wing forward at 10 is Kate Ferncombe. Centre forward, Courtney Ryan. And the other wing is Casey Hennessy. And corner forward, Emer Burke. Full forward, Courtney Van. And number 15 is Avril Quirk.
A few minutes so until throw-in just yet. Both teams are doing the parade at the minute. Joined, but both teams are the players of the mini games teams today that will take part at half time. A nice dry day here in the Rag Camogie grounds today. The rain has cleared off, and we're expecting a cracking game of camogie. So we are just on to touch on both teams there, John. This is the 4th year in a row that both of these teams, Drummond and Clonalty, have met in the county final stages. Drummond coming out on top on all 4 encounters, and they're on the hunt today for their 5th county title in a row. Will this be Clonalty's year? I suppose they'll feel that they should nearly have a county title under their belt at this stage. So they will, and they'll be hungry for today's game. How do you think today's game will fare out, John?
It's going to be a tricky game, I think, for both sets of players. There's a nice dry day. There's a stiff enough breeze in it. The field is looking great, but I don't know. I would still fancy Drum. I think they have. more players on the bench that will come in and make an impact. We spoke about earlier there where Joanne Ryan, all through the games last year and the year before, she has come on and she's made a huge impact. Michelle Woodlock, again, great experience. Both inter-county players, they played together with Tip seniors. That's a huge asset to any team to be able to bring in off the bench. And they also have numerous younger players that have come up through the ranks. Now, Clonoulty, in fairness, you keep knocking on the door and they say the door will open. Any given day, they could have won any of those last 4. Just a small little thing last year that Drum just got a couple of scores there in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and it just turned the game from up to that. It could have went anyway. But look, I see it as being a very, very tightly contested contest. I don't think there'll be much in it. But look, it's very, very difficult to call.
Yeah, very good, John. Just, I suppose there's a lot of big names lining out here today that we'll be familiar with and hearing lots about. Do you think there'll be any matchups today? Anyone doing a man-marking job on anyone in particular?
Yeah, knowing Michael Ferncombe and the Clonoulty boys, having worked with Michael through previous years, Michael will have his homework done, and he will have certain matchups in place, and he will watch the game very closely. So I would think, and vice versa, Matty's been with this team, with the Drum team, for a long time. He knows, and both these teams know each other very, very well. They've been playing each other, as you say, for the last 4 years in a row.
Yeah, exactly, John. I suppose both teams have managed to avoid each other so far in this year's championship, but they're no strangers to one another. They have been in the last 4 county titles or finals against each other. Are on a V now before the match kicks off. So both managements are just going to have their final words here in the huddle. Matthew McGrath, manager of the Drum and Inch team, is going to be having his final few words with his players, joined by Tricia McGrath, Kevin Burke, PJ Nolan, and Mick O'Sullivan there, and selectors Ricky O'Brien. On the other side, then James Heffernan is on this side for Clonoulty. There's Michael Ferncombe, Anthony Carney, Bernie Ryan, and the SNC is Jason Forrestal. I suppose today's referee is Joe Lahey of Mine Temple Toohey. John, just there before we kick off, I suppose from last year's final, both teams have new goalies or goalkeepers. I wonder what impact will that have on today's game or this year's final?
Yeah, of course it's going to have an impact on it. Unfortunately for Quiva Burke, she's injured. Quiva would have been in with the tip setup as well, and like her experience and the amount of times that she has played in front of that back line, they know each other very well. Cora Hennessy is very experienced. Cora herself being an inter-county player back a few years ago, now back in goals, and her puck outs are huge. She's a very experienced player. She won't panic in there. I still think it's just going down to very small margins here today.
Yeah. Both teams are ready for the throw-in. Drum and Inch led by captain Ray Devston, and Clonoulty Rossmore led by their captain Caught Van. It's Kelly Quirk who's got the first ball in there for Clonoulty Rossmore. Christina Brennan now is coming out with it there, intercepted by Clonoulty. It's Caught Van who has this ball. She's steadying herself out, put a great ball in for Kate Ferncombe. Kate has just ran out over that ball. it's Anne Evison who failed to pick that one up there under pressure by the Clonolty half forward line. She's hand passed it out to Caroline Shanahan. Caroline fails to rise it on the first time, knocks it on in the direction of Niamh Tracy. It's Caroline taking that on. She's won herself advantage and won herself a free for that high tackle there.
Yeah,
so off to a lively start there, John.
It's a lively start. It's a bit tense, people are nervous, which is always going to be the occasion. And, it'll settle down, it'll be a lively game yet.
Yeah. Aoife McGrath, who took that free, sent it in the direction of Miriam Campion. It's the Clonolty defence that come out with it. Batted back down, back in by Aoife McGrath, and it's Niamh Tracy who picks that one up, has a shot, steadies herself and puts that over the bar. That's a great score, and another player who has great experience.
Yeah, Niamh's a very strong player and a very good striker of the ball, which ball well batted down there at midfield for her. She took her chance very well and slotted over the bar. Very
good. So a minute and a half on the clock here, and it's Drummond who have taken the lead. 1 point to no score. Cora Hennessy, goalkeeper of Clonolty, is going to puck this one out. I suppose the win favouring Drum here in this first half, John.
Yeah, it looks like it, that they have any advantages there wind-wise.
Yeah, it's Anne Evison who has picked this one up, and she's switched the play. She sent it over in the direction of Mary Burke. Caught lovely by Mary Burke. It's Aoife McGrath and a great run across her. Aoife struck. Unfortunately, that one has dropped for Aoife, and it's Cora, a relatively easy one for Cora Hennessy, who has switched the play and sent it out the wing in the direction of Caught Van, who's playing very deep out the field. Caught Van kind of didn't get her full strike in there, and it's gone out over the sideline, and it looks to be Anne Evison who's going to take the sideline cut for Drumlinch.
Yeah, it looks like that Clonolty have allowed Caught to drift out the field a bit. I suppose they're dropping her back, playing into the wind. It seems to be a tactic of Clonolty during the year. Any games that I've seen them, that they will drop back somebody, especially playing into the wind.
That's it, and it seems to be Niamh Long who's picking up Caught Van in this first half. So they have the Drumlinch haven't detailed anyone specific to pick up Caught just yet. Anyway.
No, she seems to be. Her marker seems to be with her. She has pulled out the defence a little bit, so there are only two inside. Although I see Mairead Evison now is dropping back into the pocket there.
Yeah, and Mairead done this the last day as well, and she mopped up a lot of ball. A girl that Clonolty don't want to be leaving free. Clonolty have won themselves a free, and it looks to be Caught Van who's going to step up to this one. It's just short of the midfield line. We've seen Caught do this time and time again from anywhere in her half of the field. Now that she's probably has the wind against her. There's a drum hole up here now for a drum player who is receiving attention. I think that drum player is Anne Evison. She seems to be holding her calf.
Yeah, new position for Anne today. I think she was in the forwards last year, if I'm not mistaken. She's back, wing back. But then they've taken Aoife McGrath from wing forward to
the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So I suppose Anne is back at wing back, and steady there. A real strong half-back line for Drummond of Niamh Long, Mairead Evison and Anne Evison. They're a really strong half-back line, and they're familiar with working with each other now. This year they've really settled in, and Anne looks to be up. She's still limping. She's going to walk it off, I think.
Well, so it's in her, and not to be given up anyway.
Yeah, no,
you know, the boys were the same.
This early in the game anyway.
Yeah, this will be a long free now for Caught to nail into that wind, but she's well capable of doing it.
So struck in by Caught. It looks to be dropping short. In the danger, batted out by the Drum defence. It's Christina Brennan, I think, who cleared that one out. Just only out to Caught Van though. Someone that you don't want to be giving ball like that to. Caught Van has one look and she slots it straight over the bar. That ties things up here. 5 minutes gone in this senior county camogie final, and both sides are level.
That was a brilliant score by Caught. She just took the ball on the run, tapped it out in front of herself, ran onto it and backed herself to put it over the bar. A fantastic score.
Puck out there by Christina Canali onto reaches the half forward line. It's Niamh Tracy who picks it up, sends it in the direction of Casey O'Dwyer. Casey O'Dwyer gets on it, has won herself advantage but doesn't need it, and has slotted that one over the bar. Great point by Casey O'Dwyer to settle her nerves for today.
Yeah, it was great work there. Niamh Tracy is making a big impact on this game so far.
Yeah,
she had a great offload there to Katie, and Katie took her point well.
Exactly, she's picking up ball and not being selfish about it. She's spreading around. She's looking for the girl in the better place.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's a sign of a mature player.
A great team player, yeah. Katie
Yes.
has won this one again, so she has taken on her player, switches the play, sends it over in the direction of Emer McGrath. It's going to be a nice battle between herself and Aoife Burke there today.
Yeah,
Aoife will have her hands full.
Aoife will be up to the challenge.
It's Clodagh Quirk that comes out with that one.
Last year, and she did very
Sends
well.
it in the direction of Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan delivers this one in, but it's Emer Cahill who's out in front. Oh, won by Casey Hennessy. Casey passes that one back out to Sinead Ryan. She switches the play over in the direction of Avril Quirk. Sorry, Emer Burke. I got that one wrong. Over in the direction of Emer Burke. Emer Burke was out in front and won herself a free there for a push in the back. This is one that is definitely going to be within Caught's range. So this is for Clonoti to level up the game.
Yeah. That was great. Clonoti really, when they get the ball in from midfield into the forwards are very, very busy. They're working very, very hard, and they're creating space for each other, like that one. That's
great score by Caughtvan
out there, and she just got fouled for it. So it's intriguing so far now.
Sharp puck out by Christina Connelly to her corner back, Maria Connolly. Maria clears that down the line. It's reached Niamh Tracy. Niamh Tracy has hand passed that out to Niamh Long. Niamh Long blocked down by Courtney Ryan. Bit of a ruck developing. It's Emer Lukeman who comes out with this one. She has Avril Quirk on her shoulder for support. But dispossessed. It's Niamh Tracy who comes back deep into her defence and wins that one and sends it in direction of Miriam Campion. Miriam Campion and Lorna Ryan having a stiff battle up there already this afternoon, and Miriam has won that battle. She's won herself for free, and this is another scoreable one for Emer McGrath, and a chance for Emer to get on the score sheet today.
Yeah, again, this is hard work from Niamh. She's dropped back from wing forward, she was back here, past the centre field, and again, a great ball into Miriam, and Miriam got fouled inside. She turned the player up very well. And
exactly, I see Niamh is opting to stay out even for these frees. She's drifting off Clodagh Quirk, so she is, and she's working really, really hard and laying off some great ball to her forwards, yeah.
Yeah, the Katie Dwyer has dropped back as well from corner forward back out to wing forward. There seems to be crowd in the middle here at the minute, Trump.
Yeah, it's short puck out by Clonolty, sent in the direction of Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan half blocked down there, but sends it across the field in the direction of Caughtvan. It's Caughtvan who's won this one. She's looking for support, sends it back to Courtney Ryan. Courtney has won herself for free for a hard tackle there. This will be another one for Caughtvan in the similar opposite side of the field, but it's a small bit further than her first free, which dropped short on.
Yeah, and you know she's a very, very good striker of the ball, as we all know. It's well within her remit to land some of these. Again, I'd have to credit the forwards for Clonoti. They are really, really working hard.
Yeah, she opts for a short one there to Courtney Ryan. She's seen her as an option. She took the ball back, but
very clever play there now.
Very clever play. She knew she wasn't going to have the distance against the wind there. Unfortunately, that one tailed to the right and wide for Caughat. Maybe she just rushed her strike a small bit there. Puck out for Christina Connelly, sent into the direction of Katie O'Dwyer, batted back by Bernadette Ryan, I think, is on that side. Yeah. And it's gone for a free in to Clonoti again. So Clonoti are after winning a couple of frees there, John, and they'll be hoping to take these opportunities and to clock up all as many scores as they can.
This one now is definitely in. It's 30 yards maybe or more in, closer to goals.
Yeah, maybe
a
wider angle is all.
Wider
maybe.
angle, yeah, but still,
Within
someone
Cork's
of
range.
Cork's ability, you'd
Absolutely.
expect it to go over. Of course, we have a very high expectation level for Cork. She rarely misses.
Absolutely, and you have to say, John, this girl really and truly does deserve a county title for her service and at this stage in her career. It's Cottivan who the free just dropped short, batted out by the drum keeper. It's Clonty still on the attack though. It's Emer Burke who was dispossessed there. Clonty still have it. It's Sinead Ryan in helping out her forwards, working really hard. Ruck developing there, and referee has opted to throw this ball in. And it's Cottivan who wins that again. She's Casey Hennessy outside her. Casey settles herself, has a look. Unfortunately, she takes too many steps, referee Joe Lahey says, and it's a free out for Drummond Inch.
Yeah, it's very tight in there. There's no quarters asked and none given.
It is,
They're all given 100%. They're
I
all doing
suppose
their best.
it's come and crowded out. The midfielders are drifting in, and it's kind of crowding the thing inside.
Definitely, Drum are
Ball sent down in the direction of Miriam Campion, but it was Katie Murphy who was out in front there and won herself a free for a push in the back from Miriam. It's Clodagh Quirk who's going to take this free, and we haven't seen much of Clodagh yet in today's game, so this will get her on the play.
Yeah, it's good to get on the ball early, get a strike, get a bit of confidence, lose some of the nerves.
Absolutely, settles in her. That one gone in over Aoife McGrath's head. Just two girls on the ground there. Referee's going to throw this in again.
It's a very. I thought it might be a bit more free flowing with scoring.
Stop start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Clonalty on the attack here, putting the Drummond Inch defence under pressure. Ball.
I suppose there's a lot at stake here. Like Drum are looking for the five in a row, and Clonalty are looking to win. Is it their first?
Yeah, Clonalty are, and they've been in the last four. So at this stage, like the heartache, they want to end that heartache and get that county title. Ruck developing over there. It's Drummond Inch's Emer Cahill and Emer Burke who has won that one. She's taken on the drum defence and has won herself a free. So no score from Emer Burke yet, but she's been working really hard and has won 2 scoreable frees there inside for Cottivan. So
yes.
She has to convert. So that work rate in itself is as good as a score, John.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's creating the chance of a score.
Yeah.
And you can't ask any more than a hard-working forward that's willing to put the body on the line, get the frees, doesn't need to be getting the scores themselves, very unselfish. And this is why, that Clonalty could actually do it today. They're willing to work for each other. There's another point.
Another point for
3 points all.
3 points apiece, with 13, almost 14 minutes gone here in today's county final. And all 3 scores coming from Cottivan, John.
Yeah, that's has to be a bit of a concern for Clonalty. The spread of scores at times can be very limited.
Yeah, it's Aoife McGrath on the attack here, taking on the Clonalty defence. Has dropped short again, free for Clora Hennessy, was forced to score that, or to make a save there. She blocked it out. It's still in the danger zone. It's Miriam Campion who ends up getting on getting that ball eventually, and has stuck it in the net. So she has. Miriam has been dangerous all year for Drummond Inch. Right place at the right time. So she is, and the first time there she had an opportunity. The second time she was adamant she wasn't going to miss.
Yeah, I thought she was lucky not to get a free that time. I thought. She was taken over a bit, but she had her composure, got back up, got the ball in the hand and put it back in the net. And this is just go back to our previous point there, Lisa. The different score again. They have 4 different scores for Drum at the minute. There's only 1 score for Clonalty.
Exactly, John, and it's Niamh Long who has it. She's blocked down by Avril Quirk. Caroline Shannon in working hard. Mary Burke trying to get over that ball. but ball still in a ruck. No one putting their name on it. It's Maria Conley who gets on it eventually and sends it down the wing. In the direction of Emer McGrath. It's Emer who's looking around for a better option. She finds Niamh Tracy all on her own. Niamh settles herself and has a look at the post and has sent that one wide. Niamh will be very disappointed with herself on that one, John. She had lots of time.
Lots of time
so
and straight in front of the goals, and she will be disappointed with that as well. The
cracking ball
the
across
drum
by
management.
Emer McGrath.
Absolutely fantastic.
She looked up, she knew she was under pressure herself and went to see who was in a better position. Puck out again by Cora Hennessy, sent down in the direction of Kate Ferncombe. Kate has taken on her marker, Anne Evison, and sent it into Avril Kirk. Avril Kirk taking on her player. Blocked down, half blocked down there, but it's still in the danger zone for Drummond Inch, and it's Casey Hennessy who has claimed it. Dispossessed again by Caroline Shanahan. Casey having a look around, finds Caught the Van steadies herself, has a look, and puts another score on the board for Clonoulty and Caught the Van. So that puts it to 1-3 to Drummond Inch and 4 points to Clonoulty. So I suppose that was a good response to the goal, John.
It was, yeah, and they needed that badly, you know, because the Drum girls were getting into a bit of a routine there and getting into a bit of momentum, and that's to stop them temporarily anyway, if nothing else.
Clonoulty felt that there was a trip there on their player, but referee says play on. Siobhan McGrath wins it. Sends it into the direction of goal scorer Miriam Campion. Referee says she's taken too much out of it. I don't think Drum and Miriam will be happy with that call. She felt she was being fouled, but referee says she's taken too many steps, and it's going to be a free out for Clonoulty. And
it was
Cora
a
Hennessy to take this.
fantastic catch by
Super
Miriam.
catch, yeah.
You know, I think the player that makes a catch like that needs to get somewhat of an advantage, you know, but anyway,
absolutely.
Look, it's not my decision, it's Joe's.
Katie Murphy in there has her hands full with Miriam today.
Yeah.
Hand pass out to Courtney Ryan. Courtney turns and switches the play. Referee said that she jostled or charged there with that one. So it's going to be a free out for Drummond Inch.
Yeah, Miriam is very good in the air. I think enough high ball into her, she will cause problems for them. And she's a very good striker as well, both left and right.
Absolutely. It's Anne Evison who's going to take this free out for Drummond Inch.
The majority of scores for Drummond Inch have come from play. You know, there's only one free from Emer McGrath, and the rest have come from play. And the spread of scores is 2 frees and 2 points from play from Caught for Clonoulty.
Exactly. So this ball sent up by Anne Evison. It has reached Niamh Tracy. Niamh Tracy turns and strikes, but has dropped short. Cora Hennessy has been busy so far in this half, and she hand passes it out to her wing back Emer Lukeman. Emer Lukeman has sent it down the wing in the direction of Avril Quirk, but it's Mairead Everson who comes out with that one. Hand passes out to Caroline. Caroline was dispossessed, but she won it back and gave it to her defender Niamh Long. Aoife McGrath receives it from Niamh Long and gives it to her wing forward.
It's a line ball for Drum.
Line ball for Drum, sorry. Can't see.
Everything is really being fought for. Everybody is
absolutely given everything.
Given everything, you know, and I suppose it's why the game is so tight and tense now at the minute. Everybody is just giving 100%.
Line ball, and Aoife McGrath is taking this one. A great cut across the field in the direction of her sister Emer, who does brilliantly to catch that one, but receives a slap down on the head and has. I'm not sure his referee signaling a free in. He is.
I thought he did, signal a free in. I think you know any tap on the helmet.
I think it was accidental, but any high tackle or. Is a free in.
Yeah, 20 minutes gone, and still it's very tense. It hasn't loosened up. I suppose we'll be waiting for the second half for it really to spread
open
out
up
a bit and open up a bit.
So this is a scoreable one for Emer McGrath to get herself her second point of the day.
What will be a concern to Drum management, I think, is the amount of ball that's been dropped short into Cora Hennessy. You know, as far as I'm aware, they're playing with the wind. You know, and hitting balls short into the goalie is just a real no-no, especially for forwards. You know, they need the ball put in front of them or put over the bar.
Absolutely, yeah. So Cora has been kept busy, as we said, and she's made some great saves and catches, and which Drum won't be too impressed with. As you said, they have the advantage of the wind, and they should be taking that advantage in this half. So it's Keisha O'Dwyer who has won that one, and she's tried to hand pass it off to her supporting player, but it was blocked down. It's Niamh Tracy who's won it now, and she's taken on the Clonolty defence. So she is. It's Emer Lukeman who comes out to meet her. Niamh Tracy loses it eventually, and it's a
throw ball. It's a throw ball.
Not Caroline Shanahan, but it's
No,
Emer
it looks
McGrath
like
who
Emer
was
McGrath
fouled
again,
there again. And another free in for.
No, I think
oh
it's
no,
a
a
throw
throw
ball.
in. Sorry,
Throw ball.
throw
I
in.
think that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Referee is going to throw this one in between Siobhan McGrath and Clodagh Quirk. Siobhan having a huge impact on the semi-final, cropped up with 2 superb scores when Drum really, really needed it.
Yeah, and that is one of the advantages that Drum have when they produce players in off the bench, like Joanne Ryan, and we spoke about Michelle Woodlock. You know, they're subs that will make an impact, and that's what you need. You know, players that come in, get the score or two, and you know, make the difference.
It's Miriam Camp, or sorry, not Miriam Campion. It's Mary Burke had won that one, and she was dispossessed, and it's Clonolty who have come out with it. Sent down in direction of Casey Hennessy, and Evanston just pulls on it, sends it down the wing. Niamh Long gets it and delivers it in long to her forwards, looking for Miriam Campion. Miriam Campion is putting pressure on the Clonolty defence. It's still not cleared for Clonolty. It's Emer Lukeman coming out with it. Sent out in the direction of Bernadette Ryan. Niamh Long hand passes it out to Niamh Tracy. And another wide for Niamh that she won't be happy with. I suppose, again, just kind of turned, never took a proper glance at the goals, and another wide. So puck out for Clonolty, sent out to the Clonolty wing back, and it's the midfielder, it's Sinead Ryan, who has taken a hefty. No, not Sinead Ryan either. I think it's
Kelly Quirk. I think that's taking the knock.
Kelly Quirk, who was taking that knock, and she's just holding her head. She knows all about that one, and she's receiving some attention. Hopefully, she'll be okay to resume play.
Yes, a slightly late tackle there. Just I suppose these
she
players are very committed when they go into tackle to just go in.
Yeah,
now.
Especially on county final days.
Yep, there it is to do it.
So Kelly is. It was Avril Quirk who actually had that. She was playing out in the centre of the field, and caught the van who strikes this free. She sends it in high, dropping in around the danger zone. It's Niamh Long who pulls on it and sends it out the side. Only to Sinead Ryan. Sinead Ryan picks it up and hands it and hand passes it to Casey Hennessy, who has one look and sends it over the bar, and that's a first score today for Casey Hennessy, and a great score. So it was well played, and again we spoke about the selfless play earlier, and the same there, and the first for Casey, and that will really settle her now. We know what she can do. Puck out there for Drummond Inch, sent in the direction of Keisha O'Dwyer, who's been really busy in this half as well. Player went to the ground there. I think looks to be a throw in again. Yeah. And Everson pulling on it, Mason. It's gone forward in for Kate Ferncombe. It's Caroline Shannon who eventually ends up coming out with that one, sends a direction, looking for Miriam Campion. It's Katie Murphy who's out in front of Miriam this time. Siobhan McGrath who's failed to pick that one up and actually sends it out eventually in over the snow. I thought that was Siobhan McGrath who put it out over the sideline, but it was referee is saying it was the Clonolty player, and it's a sideline ball in for Drummond, and it's Emer McGrath who's coming out to take it.
Yeah, again, Emer, very, very skillful player. Well within her remit now to slot this over.
Yeah, or definitely put it in the danger. Great strike. She connects beautifully with it, and umpires are unsure.
Indecision down there. Indecision.
Wide ball. And eventually.
Am I correct in saying that a point from a line ball is worth 2 points?
I think that rule came in for a while, but I don't think it's still the case.
Again,
yeah. Puck out again for Cora Hennessy. She's sending it down in the direction of Emer Lukeman. It's gone to ground, and it's Kate Ferncombe who wins it and sends it into space. She's looking for Emer Burke. Emer Burke dispossessed by Emer Cahill, and Emer Cahill eventually wins it, knocks it out in the direction of Katie Dwyer. It's Katie O'Dwyer who gets on that one and hand passes in the direction of Niamh Tracy. Niamh Tracy has Niamh Long again outside her in support. Niamh Long settles, looks at it, sends it in high in the direction of Miriam Campion, who's been a handful in the side there today. It's broke to Emer McGrath. Emer McGrath settling herself, taking on. She's Mary Burke in support. Mary Burke strikes and rattles the net again. Super play by the drum forwards there. They're running there. The Clonolty defence just couldn't
deal with it.
Couldn't deal with it.
No, and it was great from the point of view that they worked really, really hard inside. And Mary Burke came from wing forward. She just spotted the run and kept going, and picked out by, I think it was Emer McGrath, was it? Put the pass across, and she really had an open goal.
Exactly, and that's a couple of times now that Emer has sent some great ball across, looking for the girl who's in the better place. And like that, Mary, you mentioned that Mary made a run in, and like 9 times out of 10 she could do that, and the ball mightn't come her way. But it's real selfless work but that time it paid off for her, and another goal for Drummond Inch. And the thing about Drummond Inch, they've been capable of getting goals all year, and we spoke about it the last day and saying that Thurles, wouldn't have wanted to concede goals. It's the same here. Clonolty won't want to concede too many goals in the first half against the wind. And
that's what happened Clonolty the last day against Bursley. Bursley got 3 goals, and that's what brought them back into the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 to 5 points in favour of Drum at the minute with 28 minutes gone. So it was a really good time to get that goal. Psychologically,
really
also get a goal before half time.
So that's a bit of comfort for Drummond Inch. Not long before half time. There'll be a couple of minutes additional time because we've had a few stoppages here. It's Clonolty player down there at the minute is it looks to be Kelly Quirk, I think number 8, who was receiving some attention.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, you're right. She ran into, I think herself and Cora Hennessy clashed when the ball went, and I think that's what created the opening for Mary Burke when she got the ball. There wasn't anybody back. So unfortunately, it's good to see her up, and she's okay.
She seems to be gone back there and picking up Emer McGrath, so she has her hands full in there. And puck out again by Cora Hennessy, and she sent it in the direction of Casey Hennessy, but it has gone past Katie, and it's Avril Kirk who's on this, and she's taking on her player. She's having a look, she's striking it in, switching the play in the direction of, she's hoping to find Caught the Van. It's Christina Connolly who's forced to come off her line. She has Emer Cahill there in support of her. She clears it out, and it's Niamh Tracy who's on it first. Niamh Tracy taking on Kate Ferncombe. Hand passes off to Katie O'Dwyer. Katie switches the direction of play, sends it in towards and hoping to find Siobhan McGrath. That one broken down, and it's Caroline Shanahan and Sinead Ryan who are battling out for this one. It's Caroline Shanahan who's looking for support. She has Siobhan McGrath dispossessed again.
Line ball
and it's eventually a line ball to Drummond Inch, because that one was struck on the ground by Clonolty player there.
It's real busy there in the middle, Lisa. There's nothing soft there. Everybody is just
battling
fighting
hard
for everything. There'll be lots of bumps and bruises after this game.
That's for sure. So sideline cut taken by Emer McGrath, this time sent across the field towards her sister Aoife. But referee is saying that there was a foul there on a Clonalty player.
Pull or something.
Pull on the jersey maybe, and it's Emer Lukeman who's going to take this one. Emer takes this one, sends it in the direction. She's looking for Emer Burke and Mairead Davison battling for this one. Ball is on the ground, it's Casey Hennessy pulling on it. Eventually it's Mairead Davison who wins it and hands it out or hand passes it out to Siobhan McGrath, who fails to rise it on the first 2 attempts. Ball has fallen to ground now, and it's Aoife McGrath who's trying to claim it. Knock forward again. It's Emer Lukeman who eventually picks it up and clears it out over the sideline, and it's going to be another line ball for Drummond Inch.
Yeah, Drummond Inch seem to have a lot of the play at the minute. Clonalty could really do it to score before half time.
Absolutely. So there's 5 points between the teams. It's 31 minutes gone here in the
2
rag.
minutes to go. They could really do it getting up for
2-4 to 5 points in favour of Drummond Inch, and it's Aoife McGrath who has a sideline cut now for Drummond Inch. Drop that one, didn't go as far as she intended, I expect, and it's gone over the sideline again, and linesman says that that came off a Drummond Inch player, and it's going to be a Clonalty ball. So Clonalty will be looking to get a score out of this attack now, just before half time. So a lot of stopping and starting in this first half. So it is, the referee is
slowed down. It's gone scrappy there in the last few minutes.
Scrappy, yeah. It's cornerback Katie Murphy who's coming out with that one and strikes a great ball, but only as far as Mairead Davison, and Mairead Davison is free there, and she's mopping up a lot of that ball that comes in. She sent it down, a great ball down in the direction of Emer McGrath. A lovely ball for Emer, but Emer wins that, but didn't have the accuracy. She kind of rushed that and sent it to the left of the post and wide. Poke out for Cora Hennessy, and she's poked it out, hoping to find Emer Burke. It's Emer Burke who's out in front. She sends it down the same wing towards Averquirk. Averil fails to win that one, and it's Maria Connolly who comes out with it and hand passes it off there, but it's a referee says that was a free for Clonalty, and it's caught the van, and this is one harsh.
That she couldn't really do anything about it. She just got the ball on the man at the one time, but anyway, this is a chance for
Caught to get another score before half
time. This is really one that they need, just for their own confidence going in at half time. There'll be, if it gets this, there'll be 4 points in it. They'll say to themselves, a bit of a breeze, this isn't insurmountable at all. Yeah, so
Van strikes that one, and she'll send that one wide, so she'll be disappointed. And referee Joe Lahey blows the half-time whistle, and it's 2-4 to Drummond Inch, and to 5 points to Clonalty here at half-time in the County Camogie grounds. So a 5-point lead for Drummond Inch at half-time. John, sum up that first half.
Yeah, look, it was very tight. Very, very honest out there. Just that the drum forwards were a little bit slicker when they got the ball in their hand. They were finding each other that little bit better. They got the 2 goals, and that's crucial. Goals will win matches, it's the old adage. And it is true. Goals will win matches, and they have 2 goals. They're 4 points up going in at half time. I think Clonalty will be disappointed. They have 5 points, 4 of them from Corth and 3 from play. It's not the return you'd want in a first half of county final.
Absolutely, and while they're 5 points down, they have worked really, really hard. So they will be disappointed that they haven't converted a few more. But this game certainly isn't over yet. 5 points, 2 pucks of a game, John, and anything could happen. Again, they'll have the win in the second half, so they'll be hoping to take advantage of that. The drum and inch forwards have been moving really, really, really well, moving off their player, finding the space, and Niamh Long there it has been very busy on the half back line. She's been back in the defence, but she's been on the support a lot for, in particular, Niamh Tracy has hand passed her out a good few balls, so for her to deliver the ball in the danger zone, in the direction of Miriam Campion, who's been a handful in there, and Emer McGrath is always a threat too. Again, it's half time here in the County Camogie grounds, 2-4 to Drummond Inch to Clonotty. Clonotty's 5 points. We'll be back after the break. Okay, we've resumed play here again in the second half of this year's FBD Insurance County Senior Camogie Final, and it's Clonoulty who have got off to the mark here first, so they have an attack on at the minute, but it's Anne Evison who is coming out with that. She was dispossessed and tries to give it to Niamh Long. Niamh Long sends it down in the direction of Mary Burke and batted down by Claude Quirk, I think, there, and picked up by Courtney Ryan, who sent it across the field but has gone to the right and wide. So just there at half time, some of the future stars from both clubs, the under 10s Drummond Inch Camogie team were taking on the under 10 Clonoulty Camogie team in the mini game. So lots of action, and I've no doubt we'll be hearing of lots of them in the future. So it's Mary Burke just seemed to take a little knock there when she was going for that ball. So she did. She seems to be holding her ankle, I think, John.
She does, yeah. Mary won't go down too easily. She's been a stalwart there for the last couple of years, and she's an engine there for Drum. So
back up again.
She's back up again.
Going to walk it off, and
this next 10 minutes though is going to be crucial for Clonoulty now.
Yeah.
They need to start getting points on the board.
Christina Connolly by far. Cora has been the busier keeper today so far. She sent it down, and it's the Clonoulty's Avril Quirk who has won that one, and she was looking to find her. Find Sinead Ryan with that pass. It's Sinead Ryan who's won it, but it's hooked by Aoife McGrath. Sinead wins it back again and hand passes it off to Casey Hennessy. Casey Hennessy sends that one down looking to find Caughtavan, but it's Christina Brennan who wins it and strikes it back out, but back in the direction of Kate Ferncombe. Kate Ferncombe bats that down. It's fell to the ground, but this time Maria Conley comes out with it and hand passes it off to Siobhan McGrath. Siobhan McGrath sends it down the same wing, but batted down by Maura Canan, who is in for the start of this second half. She sends it down in the direction of Emer Burke, and Emer Burke who has knocked that one over the bar, and a great start for Clonoulty.
Yeah, Maura Canan's come on there at midfield for Kelly Quirk, a substitution there at half time. That was a great score by Emer Burke there. She took it well, came back in the front of the goals and struck it over the bar on her left.
So that has reduced the lead for Drummond Inch to 4. So it's 2-4 in favour of Drummond Inch to Clonoulty, 6 points in 33 minutes into this game. It's gone down, and it's Clodagh Quirk who's claiming this ball, and she sends it down, switches it the direction and sends it to Casey Hennessy. Casey Hennessy controls that and sends it down looking for Kate Ferncombe. Kate Ferncombe fails to take that one under control, and Mairead Evison wins it and is coming out with it, takes a few knocks on the way, but is looking to find Katie O'Dwyer, but pulled on by Maura Canan, who has been busy since she's been come in. Anne Evison was trying to clear her line there, but blocked down by Caughtavan, and Caughtavan has picked it up. She's looking for support. She finds Casey Hennessy. Casey Hennessy has a shot, and she has struck that to the left of the post and wide. Now the angle was tight enough on that one, John.
Yeah, it was.
But they need to be taking those opportunities.
They do need to take those opportunities. But in fairness, Clonoulty have come out now with renewed vigour in this half, and they've really taken the game to Drum. Drum haven't passed halfway line here so far in the second half.
Exactly.
So
puck
just
out again by
see what
Christina.
unfolds.
It's the Clonoulty half back line who win it, and Clodagh Quirk strikes it down in the direction looking for Caughtavan again, who was under severe pressure by Christina Brennan, who has really kept I suppose Caughtavan quite enough from play today, so she has, but she's given away free that time because Caugh was out in front and she gave her a push in the back, and Caugh is down now and seems to be just looking for some attention, but hopefully she'll be able to resume after. Yeah,
Caugh has a strapping on her left knee, so I don't know if she carrying an injury into the game or what, but I don't see Caugh staying down for too long. She's not that type of player. But again, it's been a great start. You know, if Cork can put this ball over the bar.
Absolutely, and
it's
the
back to a 3-point
Clonolty
game,
half
one
back
score.
line have really got off to a good start here in the second. They're doing the simple thing right, batting down the ball, and then the half forward line and midfielder there to mop up that. So they have, and they've been supplying the forwards with some nice decent ball.
From making 2 changes there now, Joanne Ryan is coming in and Maureen Ryan.
And Maureen Ryan, and it's Anne Everston who seems to be making away, and Mary Burke, and both these girls, I suppose, have taken a little bit of punishment in this game. So maybe they've given their drummer are hoping for some fresh legs, and
both got injured there. Mary got injured just shortly after the start of the second half, and Anne got injured there in the first half. So. Joanne Ryan now, normally when she comes in, she's able to make an impact. Yeah,
gone straight in there on Claude Quirk, so they'll have a nice battle there together. And that free is taken by Caughtavan, and she makes no mistakes on that one and sends it over the bar. That makes it 5 points for Caugh today, and that brings the score to 2-4 to Drummond Inch, and to Clonolty 7 points. Puck out by Christina Canale has dropped to Niamh Tracy, who's taken on Emer Lukeman. Niamh Tracy on a great solo run here, and it's Mara Canan who comes to meet her and dispossesses her. Niamh still has it, sends it across the pitch to find Siobhan McGrath. Siobhan McGrath blocked down by Sinead Ryan and Katie Murphy, but knocked on again by Caroline. It's Emer Lukeman who pulls, and referee says a little bit wildly on that one, and it's a free for Drummond Inch. So Emer McGrath will come out the field to take this one. This one is within Emer's range.
It's a free. John? It's a free that they will need before the end of the day. Everything so far for the first nearly 7 minutes has been all Clonolty, and they have 2 points up. Drum really need this to extend the lead again on the scoreboard.
McGrath sends that one straight over the black spot, you could say, and resumes her position. So a puck out now again for Cora Hennessy. Cora Hennessy sends this one down into the middle of the field. It's Mairead Everson who's out in front, fails to catch it, but breaks it down to Caroline Shannon. Caroline Shannon trying to get down over it, but moves it on. No one claimed on it. Casey Hennessy eventually got on it, but was blocked down superbly by substitute Maureen Ryan there.
Well done by Caroline.
Picked up by Caroline again, who's really been busy and giving it a lot. And Caroline, has had a busy year today, this year, part of the junior Tipperary junior panel who got to the All Ireland final as well. And she's a great team player, always works super hard. So has won herself a free for Drummond Inch. Aoife McGrath, who's just sending in very high. It's Claude Quirk who claims that once. She a great catch and was soloing outside and just tripped on her way out and won herself a free. So that will ease the pressure on the Clonolty defence for again. Super catch there by Clodagh.
Yeah, Clodagh is playing very well back there and reading the game extremely well. One of the features here in the second half so far has been Cora Hennessy and her puck outs. Her puck outs are landing down in the half forward line, which has been a big addition for them, big distance.
Cora Hennessy sending that one down in the direction of Emer Burke, but it was the corner forward or corner back who was out in front and won, and Joanna is after delivering this ball into Siobhan McGrath, who has a goal opportunity on. She's disappointed with that. Her hurl hits the ground. She knew that she had a goal opportunity there, but that one just went over the bar. So a point for Siobhan McGrath, her first of the day. Puck out by Cora Hennessy. Maureen Ryan was out in front and won that one really, really well, and won herself a free for a hefty challenge she received on her way out as well.
That was a goal chance, really, really good goal chance. Siobhan just didn't take the ball in far enough. She could have taken it in another couple of steps and made sure of it, but they got the point, got the score, and Drum seemed to have settled down now and come to terms with the Clonolty attack.
Another free here for Emer, and two fantastic free takers on display here today. So this is another opportunity for Emer against the win now this half. She strikes it. Dropping short. Cora Hennessy is forced to come off her line again. Bats it out. It's Clodagh Quirk who's battling for it, and Joanne against Joanne Ryan. Joanne Ryan fails to pick that one up, and a ruck developing there now, and it seems to be the Clonody player who's coming out of it. It's Aoife Burke who comes out with it, blocked down by Joanne. Joanne passes it to Katie O'Dwyer. Katie looks up, looks across, sees Emer McGrath supporting her. Emer turns to her left and strikes that over the bar, making no mistakes there, sending it straight over the black spot. And another point for Emer McGrath, bringing her tally to 4 points today. Puck out again by Cora Hennessy, sent down, looking for Kay Firmcombe. Kay Firmcombe fails to control that first time, but she still has a chance. Challenged by Mairead Evanston, knocked forward again by Sinead Ryan. It's Courtney Ryan who's trying to get down over this one, but no one has claimed it yet. Come back, it's Aoife McGrath who fails to pick it first time, but makes no mistakes the second time and is coming out. Switches the play, sends it in the direction of Joanne Ryan, who's battling it with Clodagh Quirk. Clodagh was just leaving it for her full back there, Aoife Burke, but Aoife failed to rise that one. So Drummond Inch still have a chance. It's Emer McGrath who won a hand, passed it out to Katie O'Dwyer, who has had a super game and has been really busy. Sends it in and hoping to find Mary Campbell. It's Siobhan McGrath who it breaks for again. Siobhan with her second chance, just missed his that slightly, and Cora Hennessy blocks it out. It's the Clonody defence who cleared that one eventually. Emer Lukeman with a big clearance down, sends it in the direction of Casey Hennessy, and it's Drummond Inch who are coming out with this one. Caroline, who is under severe pressure but still on it. Eventually it's Katie O'Dwyer who wins that one again, who hand passes it to Niamh Tracy. Niamh Tracy taking on Emer Lukeman again. She's gone in the clear. It's Katie Murphy who comes to challenge her next. Switch, turn and twisting. Drummond Inch are looking for a free here, but Trask dispossessed but wins it back again and sends it across. It's Cora Hennessy who's forced to come off her line because there's no one else there to claim it. She sends a big one back down the field. It's Aoife McGrath who bats it down, but Casey Hennessy mops it up. Casey Hennessy taking on Aoife McGrath, dispossessed her. It's there for someone to put their name on it, but eventually it's Casey Hennessy who wins it. Switches the play, sends it in the direction of Emer Burke. Emer Burke is out in front. She has two drum girls to take on. She twists and turns, sends it out. She has Avril Quirk in the corner to support her. Avril looking to take on the Drummond Inch defence. I was saying, looking on to take on the Drummond Inch defence, and I seen Emer McGrath back there, deep in the defence, nearly almost back in the full back line, helping out her defence, John.
Yeah, and that's the kind of work rate that they need from the bigger players, that they get back there and show leadership, and that's what they're doing, and that's the reason they're 6 points up at the minute. Okay, they're giving away
a free for Caught Van, and an easy one for Caught, who puts that one straight over the bar. And the score now is
the change there again now.
2-7 to Drummond Inch to Clonoty's 8 points, and there's 43.5 minutes gone in this half, so a change there on the Drummond Inch team. So Siobhan McGrath has been replaced by Michelle Woodlock, so another girl with great experience, and I suppose Siobhan had got herself on the score sheet, but she had the opportunity for 2 goals there, and she'll be a little bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I think Siobhan is only back this year. I think she missed some of last year. She had a baby, if I'm not greatly mistaken. So maybe
it's great to see her back in action.
Great to see her back, absolutely.
A great addition a great boost to have back for Drummond Inch. Now it's Caught Van who's won this one, and she's taken on Mairead Evanston, and Mairead Evanston was left with, she looked up and she seen there was no other defenders there, so she was forced to give away the free. So just swung in there across court and is going to get herself a booking for that tackle. So another free for Caught Van, and another chance for her to put this one over.
Katie Ryan is in there, number 19 for Clonody, in place of Avril Quirk.
Okay. So Cortavan, who is taking that one,
Another free.
and another free for Cortavan and for Clonolty, which brings the score to 2-7 to 9 points, with 45 minutes gone here in the county senior camogie final today. It's Christina Canala who's with this puck out, a big puck out, and sends it in the direction of Niamh Tracy. Ball breaks to the ground. The ruck developed now, and Caroline Shannon looking to claim it. Battling hard with Emer Lukeman. No one wins it just yet. It's Sinead Ryan who eventually wins it. She's coming out looking for support, but dispossessed, and it's Aoife McGrath who picks that one up and sends it in the direction of Michelle Woodlock. Michelle is marking Katie Murphy. So she is. It's Michelle who eventually wins it. Hooked or blocked down. And it's Clodagh Quirk who eventually mops it up, but sends it down and sends it straight into Maureen Ryan's hand, who switches the play, sends it over in the direction of Emer McGrath, who's taken on the Clonolty full-back Aoife Burke, who was left with no other option but to bring her down. She knew that it was going to be in the back of the net, I'd say, John, if she didn't.
She was unlucky. If it was unlucky, she lost her early. And,
Aoife
got, or Emer got around.
She took a card for that challenge on Emer, and this is a scoreable one for Emer and for Drummond. Just there, John, I stand corrected on the rule from the first half of the sideline cut. Is still worth 2 points. We were notified at half time, just to mention that, and so I know Emer didn't get the sideline, but it would have been worth 2 points to Drummond.
She's after getting that free, so I'm sure she's happy enough. So it's back to a 5-point game here now with 46, nearly 47 minutes gone. So Clonolty need to up the intensity now just a little bit and get a few more scores on the board.
Great
Otherwise,
ball in there by Casey
late
Hennessy. She's looking for Cortavan. Cortavan battling hard to try win it, but no one has claimed it yet. It's Emer Cahill who's won it, but was blocked down again by Cortavan. Caught, twists and turns, struck it off her left hand side and struck it over the bar. That was a super score for Caught and for Clonolty.
And as well as that, one of the last scores that Emer McGrath got from play there was she got it in a really, really tight angle and tight space. Yeah, so some great scores being gotten now as the game loosens up.
Yeah, exactly. Two from both sides, and just Cortavan there, 8 points to her name. So only 2 other scores today for Clonolty. Which she's they seem to be targeting her a lot. She's had a lot of work to do. So she seems to be drifting back out again. So she does. She's out a bit further now, maybe just for the puck in, and she'll push back in then once it's struck.
Clonolty need caught in on the edge of the square with a good bit of ball going into her. In fairness to her, it doesn't matter whether it comes in high or low. She's well able to fight for the ball.
Yeah. So it was Christina Brennan from Drummond who was receiving a bit of attention there, but she's back up and ready to resume play. Puck out by Christina Canali, sends it down in the direction of Niamh Tracy, who wins it. Hooked by Kate Ferncombe and blocked down by Emer Lukeman. Both sides battling hard for this now. Casey Hennessy wins it eventually. She's taken on the drum defence. She looks up, strikes it in, looking to see where Cortavan is. Cortavan fails to rise the first time, but still has it. Eventually wins it. Hand pass across for Emer Burke. And Emer under serious pressure from the drum defence. Ball and girl has gone to ground, and referee has just blown it there before someone gets injured, and he's going to throw it in, but Drummond looking for
very good defence.
The ref to hold up there. It's Niamh Tracy who's down. Seems to be maybe a cramp or something, which I'm not surprised. Niamh Tracy has covered so much ground today, so she has has worked so hard for her team.
The defence did very well there to stop Emer Burke getting through on goals there.
And Emer Burke is a big threat and was really a star in last year's final. So she was. So she probably knew that she was under serious pressure and didn't strike maybe early enough. So she didn't. But look, the ball is still up in the drum defence, so they can still maybe have an opportunity for a score.
It's a throw ball.
It's a throw ball, yeah. It's a throw ball, yeah.
Still anybody's game there. I mean, if you look at it, it's just turned 50 minutes, so we've 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
4 points in the game. Clonoti playing with the breeze. I know it's there to be done for them.
Yeah,
it's still there for them if they want to.
You can hear the crowd really getting behind the teams now, and that's going to drive them on as well. Niamh Tracy is walking that one off and is ready to play on. It's Courtney Ryan who wins that throw in. She hand passes it back out to Caught Devan, who's under serious pressure by Joanne Ryan. Caught has the support of Casey Hennessy running off her. Casey wins that one, does very well. And eventually she was dispossessed, but received a hefty challenge as she was doing so and won herself a free. So this is another scoreable one for Caught to reduce the margin again, John.
Yeah, back down to 3 points if she gets this, which you'd expect that she would. 9 minutes to go, and it's like we said, it's anybody's game here.
A puck of a ball could turn this all around.
Yeah, 2-8 to 11 points. Anybody's game.
And now we have a game, John.
Yeah, now the Drum, they need some of their bigger players now to step up and get on the ball and get a score.
Christina Canali with this puck out again, big one out, but it's Sinead Ryan of Clonard who gets under that and bats it to Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan picks that up, doesn't quite make it, but forces Christina Brennan to come off her line and make a save. It's Clonard who still have it, but nobody's ball. Both teams trying to claim it, and it's broke out to Courtney Ryan, who strikes but half hooked, so she is, and blocked out by Christina Canali, but only in the direction of Casey Hennessy. Casey Hennessy looking for support, has the support from Sinead Ryan, and Sinead Ryan makes no errors. She's happy to take the point, so she knows that these points will all add up, and that's her first of the day, and she runs out there with a bit of pep in her step after. That's a huge boost to her and a huge boost to Clonard. You can really hear the crowd getting behind them now. Puck out by Christina Canali, looking to find Niamh Tracy, who fails to catch that one. Break it to Sinead Ryan, who sends a great ball into Caught Devan again. Went to ground. Mairead Everson, who picks up a knock as she was going down over that one, John, and that was a hefty one. So
very hefty challenge there. I'm surprised.
Both teams really going hell for leather at this now, and a lot of hefty challenges in this. You mentioned in the first half, John, that there'll be a few sore bodies after this, and that's a fact.
Yeah, there will be sore bodies, lumps and bumps. That was a very, very heavy challenge. I thought there might actually be a card going with that one, but in fairness to the referee and his officials, he's letting the game flow. It's the same for both teams. I think he's doing a great job.
He is, and there has been stops and starts, but in this time of year when the ball breaks down and girls fall down, you don't want anybody getting injured. So he's keeping the safety of the players at his first priority, which is all any girl can ask for.
Absolutely. And an interesting couple of minutes coming up now.
Yeah, so free taken by Aoife McGrath, sent down looking for Katie O'Dwyer. Mopped up by Lorna Ryan, who sends that out to Kay Firmcombe. Kay Firmcombe strikes that in, and she's looking to find number 19, who is Kate Ryan. Kate Ryan and Caught Devan still battling it out with Christina Brennan and Mairead Everson, and it's Emer Burke who's won it, so she spreads this one lovely across, but Courtney wasn't quite on target, but Courtney Ryan does really well to win it back and has one look and sends that over the bar. What a score, and a great ball across by Emer Burke.
Absolutely, brilliant ball across. She didn't get it the first time, but she worked really hard and followed up and got the ball and got the score. Point in it. This has turned out to be a really, really good game now.
Yeah, so now you can really hear the crowd, and Clonard have the momentum now, John, and you can see them. They're really, really attacking everything and taking this game to drum and inch. So Aoife McGrath, who has that one, and she takes a hefty knock there from I think it was Lorna Ryan, was it? Or was it?
So, Sinead Ryan fouled. Well, I don't know whether it's a free or a throw in or what he did.
Made with a high shoulder there, and she's felt that one. So she's just receiving some attention, and the referee will make his decision. I suppose, John, 55 minutes gone in this game. Score is Drummond Inch 2-8 to 13 points. Drummond Inch going for their 5th county title in a row, and Clonoulty looking for their one. So they are, and they'll feel really now it's at grass, but so you can really see that in the last few minutes, Clonoulty have the momentum. You can hear the crowd getting behind them, and it's really driving them on and getting them going.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there's a certain weight of expectancy going for 5 in a row like that. You know, and they're really going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. I know they're a point up,
really are.
but it's really it's the team now that really dig deep. Dig the deepest will win this game.
Another throw in there. It's Caroline Shannon who wins this one, though. She's running at the Clonoulty defence, but it goes away from her, and it went out over the sideline. Caroline's disappointed with that, but it's a line ball for Clonoulty. And
what's the betting at the minute that we wouldn't have a replay?
I know. It's Emer Lukeman who's going to take this one. Oh, great sideline by Emer Lukeman. Down into the corner. It's Maria Davison who's there, who mops it up. She has the support of Niamh Long outside her, but dispossessed. Both teams battling really hard now. Nobody wants to lose it. Ball gone out over the sideline again. And this time
it's a Clonoulty ball.
It's a Clonoulty ball again, so the attack is still on for Clonoulty. If they can manage to get something out of this, it will tie things up here in the rag if it's a point.
Well, if they get a point from the line ball, it'll be worth 2, won't it?
2 points, yeah. It's Courtney Ryan who's taking this one. Cut out by Katie O'Dwyer, who has had a really super game today. Katie blocked down by Sinead Ryan. Sinead Ryan has really upped her game here in the second half and is really getting into everything, John. Yeah,
no, she's very busy, very solid there in the middle. You'd have to sense that, you know, with 2.5 minutes left in ordinary time, that it's there for Clonoulty. You know, if one more score you feel will be enough for them.
So a sideline ball there for Drummond Inch, but it cut out by Bernadette Ryan, and it's Courtney Ryan who receives it off her and sends it down into the wing, but it's Emer Cahill of Drummond Inch who strikes it out. Looking to find Joanne Ryan. Joanne Ryan eventually wins it, sends it in, but it's Lorna Ryan who cuts that one out and sends it straight back in. She has sent it straight back in, and Kate Ferncombe bats it out in the direction of Casey Hennessy. Casey Hennessy, half blocked down, falls to Kate Ferncombe again. She's looking to take on her defence, looking to see what her options are. She has Emer Burke. Ball has gone to ground again. Both teams fighting hard for it. Nobody wants to lose it. It's Niamh Tracy back in her defence. She knows that they need to get the ball up and they need to score. It's been a few minutes now since they've scored. She sends it down in the direction of Michelle Woodlock. Michelle Woodlock battling really hard with Katie Murphy there now. There's a Clonoulty girl down. Referee blows his whistle.
We have lots of help here in the commentary box at the minute.
We do. Throw ball, it's Michelle Woodlock who picks this one up, hands passes it out to Katie O'Dwyer, who's running at the Clonoulty defence. She's under pressure but has Aoife McGrath off her sport. Aoife McGrath has lost that one, just failed to catch it. Referee has blown for another throw in, I assume, because I didn't see any free foul there.
Interesting to see how much extra time they will put on now. Time is nearly up.
Yeah, and I suppose there was a few stoppages, but nothing major, John. 1 point game. Referee
drum up 1 point, just to stress that.
Looking for attention for
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Wow.
So still have time, and Clonolty will feel that they still have time to tie things up here. Or now this, John, I just mentioned there, it's been a while since Drummond Inch have got on the scoreboard, and so
that last movement there, that ball just went behind Aoife there. She had to get it a little bit forward of her.
Yes,
she was straight through there.
She was straight through, yeah, exactly. It was the right idea. It just didn't work out. And look, I suppose cold and slippy maybe conditions, and county final nerves maybe. So it's Clonolty here coming out that right. Lorna Ryan, who has it, battling hard with Michelle Woodlock.
Hard to see what's going on now with everybody on the line.
All the subs and selectors and mentors are out. They're cheering on their players, and it's a Clonolty ball. Sideline cut, great sideline cut. Looking for Emer Burke with that one, but it's cut out by Aoife McGrath. Niamh Long, who wins it eventually. Niamh Long strikes it down, looking for Miriam Campion, but it's gone over the line, and it's another sideline ball for Emer Lukeman of Clonolty.
Come on, Drum!
Emer disappointed with herself that she's put that one out over the sideline again. And
these are the pressure moments.
Will be sending this back in again.
Thanks.
So we are 61 minutes gone here in this senior county final. It's Drummond Inch 2-8 to Clonolty's 13 points. About 3.5 minutes left to play here. It's Aoife McGrath who's going to take this sideline cut. Aoife doesn't get it in the intended direction, I would imagine. It's Emer Lukeman. Emer Lukeman just runs out over that one, and it's picked up by Niamh Long. Niamh Long sends it in. She's looking for Emer McGrath. Emer McGrath working really hard, battling really hard there with Aoife Burke all day. Ball, you'll imagine the referee will. No, it's Drummond Inch who win it, and Niamh Long. And
well worked free there.
Well worked free by Niamh Long. And look, Niamh Long has been a superhero all day for Drummond Inch. She's worked so hard. Look how far she is up the field. She knows that Drummond Inch need a score, and she took on the Clonolty defence there and won herself a free. And this is definitely within Emer McGrath's range to push to give them the little bit of comfort. I know some may say that it's a deadly lead, 2 points, but they'll be happier to have it.
Well, it's going to be more difficult for Clonolty to go down and get a goal rather than just go down and get an equalising point. So, this is a very important score, and it's not going over the bar yet. You'd expect her to get it, but there's no givens in this game.
I know.
Yeah, well done. Great score.
She makes no mistakes, and that's
2 minutes left now.
6 points for Emer McGrath today.
Yeah.
And it's Cora Hennessy wasting no time. She's pucking that straight out. She knows that her team need a score. It's Emer Cahill who wins it though and sends it back down in the direction of Michelle Woodlock, who's battling really hard with Katie Murphy there. It's Emer Lukeman who's open to get this one, but knocked away by Joanne Ryan. No one has claimed it yet, but it's Clonolty's Myra Canan who eventually puts her name on it. Sends it down in the direction of Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan misses it in the air, but it's picked up by Cautavan. Cautavan twists, turns, sends it in. She's looking for Kate Ryan inside. It's Casey Hennessy who crosses the ball across, but referee is saying that Casey was fouled there, and this is going to be a free for.
Yeah, big decision to be made now to detect the points.
Yeah, so Coit will.
Less than a minute left.
She's probably taking her time coming up to this, thinking, do I drop it in? She's looking out to the sideline for some advice from her management, and will she drop this one in or will she put it over the bar? She sticks it over the bar. She feels that there's enough time for them to get an equaliser.
Well, there's 30 seconds left. I suppose that's the referee's discretion now as to what he wants to play.
Yeah.
1 point in it. 2-9 to 14 points in favour of Drum. 20 seconds left, and still all to play for. You wouldn't back against them.
Yeah. And it's Christina Canali who's going to poke this one out. She's sending it out in the direction of Niamh Long. Niamh Long is being tackled by Casey Hennessy, who pulls wildly there, and a referee is speaking to Casey, and she just caught Niamh Long on the helmet there as she was batting that one.
It was a wild swing.
Swing.
So maybe she was better advised to go and bat the ball back than just swing at it. But emotions are high at this stage of the game.
And the pressure is on.
Pressure is on. Yeah.
So Casey picking herself a yellow card for that tackle.
65 and a half minutes gone, so
you'd feel this is the last.
You feel that this is one of the last plays anyway.
And look, Drum and Inch going for their 5th county title in a row. You'd have to say it's an incredible achievement, John. They'll be up there with the great teams like Burgess O'Hara, who've done it before, and
I think they did it with 7, didn't they?
I think so, and also the great Cashel teams and the great Tumivara teams who've all had great years in the past. Great striking by Emer. Cora Hennessy forced to make a save again. Batted it out to the side. Done really well. Picked up by Miriam Campion. She's looking for Joanne Ryan, but dispossessed. And it's Clonolty who have it. And they're coming out with Casey Hennessy hooked by Joanne Ryan, but she puts a boot to it, sends it out to 20 Sophie Marr, who hand passed it to Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan knows she's under serious pressure now. She's running at the Drum defence under pressure, and serious pressure by Niamh Long and Aoife McGrath. She was eventually forced out over the sideline, and it's a sideline ball for Aoife McGrath. So Drum and Inch were delighted with that. They feel that's enough for them. Substitute here on the Drum and Inch team, so it's Noreen Butler who is and it's Casey O'Dwyer who's making way, who had a super game today. And there's the final whistle. Drum and Inch are the FBD Insurance Senior Camogie champions of 2023. They have won 5 in a row, a super achievement. The Clonolty girls are just devastated. They're gone down on their honkers. Another defeat by the narrowest of margins, John. 2-9 to 14 points.
Yeah, it was an incredibly tight game the whole way through. It could have went anyway there in the last 5 minutes. But you can see Drum's experience there. They know how to win games. This is their 5th in a row. I mean, that experience alone helps you get across the line, and it did for them today as well. A lesser team maybe would have lost that game, but they went and stuck at their task. They kept going, and they won out by a point. And congratulations to them.
Absolutely, core gorgeous to Drum and Inch, and commiserations to Clonolty, who put up an incredible battle there. And Drum and Inch knew all about that. They knew in the last 10-15 minutes that they were going to have to really dig deep, and as you say, the experience, the Joanne Ryans, the Michelle Woodlocks, just the small things like little hooks or clever plays, winning a free at the right time, winning a sideline ball. All that experience just it plays its part at the end of the day to get over games like this. It's Drum and Inch who will represent Tipperary in the Munster Championship again this year. So we wish them all the very best. I've no doubt that Clonolty will be really disappointed, but they'll be back again next year. So they will, John. So
look, you have to look at the game in the overall view and think that Drum and Inch, had a better spread of scores around the field. They had more people that chipped in for individual points or 2 points. Clonolty, unfortunately, didn't get enough scores. They they were very dependent on frees. They've lost their scores, I think.
Yeah, and I suppose they
half the
never
scores
really
from
got
frees.
in for a goal chance. Maybe
No.
Emer Burke's one in the
beginning,
the
yeah.
beginning of the second half, but other than that, they didn't have the opportunities that Drum had for
No.
goals
No,
today.
They didn't open it up like Drum did, and Drum got 2 goal opportunities. Maybe had another one. Siobhan McGrath might have had another one, third one, but they had 2 really good goal opportunities and they took them. The Nolte didn't seem to make the same opportunities, Now, in fairness, they took their scores well and took their points well, but unfortunately, just came up short.
Yeah, so that's all for today. Tomorrow we have the intermediate county final. Shannon Rovers take on Moneygall. That game is being live streamed tomorrow as well. So again, thanks for listening, and again tune in tomorrow to see who comes up trumps in the intermediate county final.